If you want to make multiple six figures or even $1 million a month on YouTube, you have to have 2 YouTube channels. People like Alex Hormozi, Russell Brunson, and Brez Scales all have 2 YouTube channels instead of 1. And there's a very structured and calculated reason for this. You see, Alex Hormozi's main channel has 3.5 million subs, 760 million views, and consistently gets hundreds of thousands of views on every single video. But his second channel, which is actually one of the main revenue drivers for his business, only has 100,000 subs, but he makes over $1 million a month from this channel, selling his live events. And this channel is a huge part of his over $250 million in annual revenue. The same exact thing with Russell Brunson. He has 395,000 subscribers on his main channel and 9 million views, which is very broad. But he takes people down his funnel and they get sent over to his second channel, which has 37,000 subscribers, and they do over $170 million in annual revenue. Or Brez Scales, who has 269,000 subscribers on his main channel and who never CTAs, meaning he has one of the most respected and liked brands in the space right now. However, the kid is making over $1 million a month thanks to his second channel. And if you're a business owner and you want to build a big personal brand and make a ton of money without ruining your reputation, then this is the strategy that you need to follow. If you want to maximize the amount of money that you are making on YouTube, this is called the purchase funnel. And it starts off with awareness. This is where you have the highest market potential, the most amount of views coming in. Then you bring people down to interested after they consume your broad top of funnel content, where now they are looking at your videos and starting to learn a little bit more about you. And then you go down from the interest state into the desire state, where they become real prospects that actually can turn into people who take action and book calls. But to do this all on one channel could really hurt your brand. Alex Hormozi has developed one of the strongest brands in the market because he doesn't sell to his audience, but he actually does. He just does it using a very simple and clever strategy that the best YouTubers in the world use to make millions and millions of dollars. And that is pushing people to a second channel. And if you're currently trying to build a personal brand, this is one of the best strategies that you can implement to make a ton of money. Same thing with Russell Brunson. He follows this exact same funnel. He literally generated over $170 million in annual revenue last year. Because you see, there's a problem with having just one channel as a business owner. And that is because you just have one audience, which on that channel, obviously you want to get views, right? You want to build a personal brand. You want to build a lot of people. But the problem is that the way the YouTube algorithm works is it takes a person and connects it to a video. If you're trying to actually get clients on YouTube, and then you're also trying to get those people to buy, it doesn't work on one channel. You don't sell people on the same channel that you get them to first watch you, because there are simply 2 goals with YouTube. There's the goal of building a brand, which Iman has done a phenomenal job on. Alex Hormozi has done a phenomenal job on. And I've also done pretty well on, where we've grown from 0 to 50,000 subscribers in the last year. And then we have high ticket clients. That is the second goal that you need to be focusing on as a business owner, because obviously you want to be making millions and millions of dollars from your YouTube channel. And there's always this battle that you're facing between views and clients, right? Who do you go for? If you make a video just for clients, you're not going to get a crazy amount of views. But if you just go for views, then you're not going to make a lot of money. But if you make content like this, it will make you money, but you're not going to build a huge personal brand. So how do you get the best of both worlds? Well, you actually need 2 channels. You need channel 1 for views and channel 2 for conversions. Channel 1 should have broad appeal. It should be about trending topics, and you should have really high metrics across the board. And on the second channel that you have, which is the conversion channel, all you essentially need to do is just solve people's problems. Let me show you a really good example of this in action. One of the people who has implemented this strategy the best right now is Brez Scales. He has his main traffic channel where he is building a gigantic brand. He is getting known by every single person in the space. Everyone knows Brez. He's currently generating over $1 million a month. He has sick lifestyle content and people really like him. And the reason why people like Brez is because he doesn't monetize his main channel. He doesn't really make that much money. Sure, a bit on AdSense, but he never calls to action, no CTAs, he doesn't sell. But what he does do, he sends people to his conversion channel where he optimizes for lead quality. He optimizes for revenue generated, and he gets the right views. On this channel, Brez is making a ton of money. He's also pitching like crazy. He's sending people to a webinar, and he's doing webinars. He's absolutely crushing it. He's making over $1 million a month, right? And Alex Hormozi does the same thing. His whole thing is that he has nothing to sell you. Of course, he makes great money off of his books, but he actually makes a ton of money, and he actually does CTA on this channel right here, acquisition.com, where he essentially goes and he sells his in-person event, right? And he's doing a ton of money off that in-person event. So if you're a business owner and you want to be more profitable, build a huge brand, get hundreds of thousands of leads into your funnel and convert them in the best way possible. possible, you need to follow the 2-channel strategy. The reason why this works is because on YouTube, there are 5 levels of awareness. There is the unaware audience. Then there is the problem aware audience, the solution aware, the product aware, and the most aware. So if you want to capture the most amount of people, sure, you could build a channel focusing on these 3. We have clients who just focus on these 3 right here, and they make over $100,000 a month. But if you want to make over $1 million a month and you really, really want to scale content and build it as your #1 acquisition system, then you need to target all 5 levels of awareness. You need to target these gigantic audiences up here in the unaware and problem aware state. So what you should do is essentially have one broad channel. This is our broad channel right here. We have 60,000 subscribers, and I make these videos to just get as many views as possible. Our recent video got 48,000 views. I'm not closing a ton of money from this channel because I don't really CTA to anything. I CTA a little bit, but not much. We maybe book a couple calls from this channel. But what I do is I send people over to this channel right here where we have 814 subs. And on this channel, this is the channel that makes me over $50,000 every single month. It's because on this channel, I am CTAing on every single video, and I am posting case studies. I'm posting who I've helped, posting Chandler, who I made $1.6 million. I'm posting content for business owners, which is the people that we work with. And then I get them to go in, schedule a call, and close on a call. So how do you actually implement this strategy? Well, first you need to audit your current content. You need to figure out what your traffic content is, and you need to figure out what your conversion content is. If you don't have a clear separation, you need to separate these as soon as possible because they are not the same thing. It is 2 separate audiences, and it needs to be on 2 separate channels if you want to make the most money. For example, this one right here. This is a video for pure traffic. It's not very niche. It has way less qualified leads, but it gets a ton of traffic, 1.4 million views, versus this video, which is very specific niche YouTube automation content. This brings in way more qualified leads and sends them right into your funnel. And then you need to choose your channel focus. Do you want to focus on a conversion channel, or do you want to focus on building a brand? For a majority of business owners, you're going to want to focus on revenue first. That's the thought process. But what you actually want to do, yes, you want to focus on revenue first. Start making that revenue generating content first. But as soon as you start making money from that, start implementing it into a second channel that has views and subs, because that will expand your reach so much more. And this really comes down to your content planning. When you're actually making content, you want to have about 70% of your topics appealing to the broad market, right? Appealing to that unaware state. Then you want about 30% of those videos funneling to your conversion content. For example, this is a video that I did on my main channel that was funneling to my conversion content. And that sends people direct to my conversion channel, where 90% of it is problem solving and 10% of it is case studies and social proof. So I could essentially solve tons of business owners' problems, make them a lot of money on YouTube. And then what happens is they see these case studies and they're like, wow, he's helped a lot of people. I should work with that guy. But what you don't want to do is not sell anything. You don't want to just stand on your high horse. You want to stand on your high horse on this channel. You want to get the fame, but then you also need to make money. So definitely CTA. Don't not CTA at all. You always want to CTA. Have 2 CTAs in the video, one at around minute 5, one at around the end of the video. You really shouldn't do this 2-channel approach if you're making under $10,000 a month. Frankly, it's just not worth it. Just focus on a conversion channel, get that conversion channel to around $30,000 a month, then start doing a second channel where you can reach so much more of the market. The other thing that you have to understand is that this has to be easy to understand. On the broad channel, where the awareness is a lot higher, you're going to have a lot less qualified people. So the messaging in this section of the market has to be much simpler, because if it's not, I mean, think about Brez's channel. Brez is doing over $1 million a month. He's a great marketer. He can talk advanced business, but what does he do when he makes his vlog content? He dumbs it down so that anybody can understand it. And if you don't do that, it will not work. And if you're a business owner, you shouldn't just focus on conversions because it's just going to limit your income so much. Yes, you can make 100 G's a month, but you can make $1 million a month if you just implement a traffic channel. And it's not that hard to do so. But the main issue is that managing 2 channels can be a headache. There's a lot of posting ideas, hooks, scripting, thumbnails, managing, editing, analytic reviewing, looking at your CTR, looking at your AVD. There's so many things that go into creating a phenomenal YouTube channel. And frankly, you're drowning in all of this stuff. That's exactly why most successful entrepreneurs don't do this themselves. They have teams. Iman spends over $100,000 a month on content. Sabri Subi spends over $100,000 a month on content. Same for Alex Hormozi, same for Russell Brunson. And this is because having someone to manage your content team creates a ton of leverage. So if you want me to literally come in, implement all of my content systems and build this YouTube channel completely done for you, then go ahead and click the link below in the description, book a call with me and my team, and we'll see if it's a good fit. If we cannot help you, we will not bring you on. But if we can, and we know for a fact that we can make you a fuck ton of money, then we will work together and absolutely blow up your channels. But keep in mind, this is only for entrepreneurs who want to build a big brand. We typically only take on people over $100,000 a month and build some of the biggest names in the space. And if you'd like to see exactly how our system works, then watch this video right here next, where I'll show you exactly what we do, how we do it, and what you can expect to see in the next 3 to 6 months. Thanks, and have a good one.